has always been something that you've done the last couple of years. To be back here in your hometown doing this camp again for the third year, what does this mean to you?
It means a lot just because that means we're having success. That means we're doing it the right way and just hoping that we just have continuous success, continuous impact with the kids. And, that means more. We see a lot of repeat offenders. Do you remember me from last year? I'm like, oh, yeah. And there's a couple guys that just keep getting better and better. There was even a young kid, little Nico. He was like, man, I was dropping last year, but this year I got it. And he just showed how much he improved. So it just seems things like that. You've seen the growth. They want to come out and impress you. So it means a lot to me.
You've done these camps all over the country. This one here at home, about 300 kids, completely for free. Why is that important to you here in your hometown?
Just because I just think, this is just where I'm from. I think I'm going to say it later in my little speech I got to give, but, it takes a village. It takes me, it takes their parents, it takes these coaches, the high school kids. I think they look up to all of us. I remember when I was in 6th grade and I used to watch Zayd Esau, Drew Scales, Cooks, all those guys, and I used to be at those Friday night light camps. I was like, bro, I can't wait to be just like them. And, just to be in this position, I know they thinking the same thing. So just give them something to look at, something to be out here, be active, and just show them resilience.
You've talked about this before, whether it's football or something else, you want these kids to be successful. What do you hope they take away from you as a role model? Obviously, your athletic career is so decorated, but what do you want them to learn from Micah Parsons as a person?
Yeah, I was just telling these young guys early, you got to make a decision early in life. I think most of us will never be athletes, and our careers will die probably after college or maybe even high school, but what defines us is our character. And I would say I got a pretty strong character of who I want to be, and I make my mind up and I set my mind to who I want to be. And, for these kids, like I said, sometimes it's not about you being the best player or the starter. Sometimes it's just you being the best character guy, because that translates over to life and work. If you got a guy that comes into work early, is always on time, disciplined in everything he does, his routine, and you take that from your career life to your work life, people love you. I go to certain jobs that I do, and they're like, man, I can't believe you're on time. You're actually early. Most guys don't come early. So, just doing the very simple things right all the time.
You're on your high school field. How much have you grown since the player that was a Harrisburg Cougar star here?
Honestly, I wish I was just at Penn State yesterday, too, man. Some things I could relive twice, because obviously the pros ain't the same. But, man, I wish I could put the Cougar uniform on one more time, or even the Penn State uniform. There's a couple times where, you just take it for granted, it's just another Friday or just another Saturday, and it's just, you just don't know how many you truly got.
What does this place mean to you, Coach Cal, the way that they embraced you for the end of your high school career?
Oh, man, I think it means a lot because, honestly, man, I got to enroll early. They kind of set me on the path. Not only did they help me fight the system and make sure I was able to play, but they helped me graduate early. They pushed me academically. They pushed me, set me up on course where I could go to college courses and make sure I got into school early. So, without them, a lot of this would be impossible. So they kind of paved the way, and I just want to get as many people to follow that path as possible.
Coach Cal called you the most dominant player to ever come through Harrisburg. What does that mean to you as they retire your jersey today?
That means a lot coming from Cal. Cal, that means a lot. He don't give out too many compliments too often, especially like that, knowing he played here too. So, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, and, that means he'll probably say behind closed doors when we're all in closed settings that he didn't really mean that.
He'll give you a top 10. You'll be somewhere on there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're wearing the Nittany Lions, too, the way that they help build you into a first-round draft pick on into the NFL. What does that program mean to you today?
Oh, man, that's like my heartbeat, man. I love Coach Franklin, Coach Pry. Even though Pry's not there anymore, just that program, the guys still in that building, we still have our same strength coaches that I got to chop it up with yesterday. Just the love that's up there, man. It's a small place with just a big heart, and I really thank them a lot. I talk to Franklin all the time, I'm glad. I said I had to be broke to be found, and they broke me down as a person to build me up as a better man. And sometimes in life we're reluctant to that.
Do you need that for growth?
I think you do need to be broke. I feel like in life, if you don't get broke a couple times, you didn't grow at all. If life didn't break you down or you weren't challenged at any aspect of your life, you just took life easy, and nothing good life comes easy.
Did you find yourself broken here in Harrisburg and built back up in that way? I know this community has meant a lot to you in the way that they've embraced you.
Yeah, I think the things how CD played out sour for me. I had to lose a lot of friends, and there was a lot of media and outlet for a high school kid, and I just, football was taken away from me for a little while, and I was kind of just lost in my own way. I didn't understand what was going around me. I would say there was a point where it felt like I was bigger than the game. And I feel like I should never be bigger than the game. This game is so big, and so many people have come and played, but it just seemed like I was like this figure that they had to make an example out of, and that's hard. I'm 16 years old, just trying to play football, and you don't really know the consequences of how good you can be and what that means for other people. So, for me it was challenging, but I'm happy I persevered and I made it through.
Is that part of the message for these kids? You don't have to be perfect, but you have to keep getting better and trying your best. Like, do you use that as a lesson for some of these guys too?
Yeah, that's the part of greatness, and I learned that. It's all about, like, are you willing to keep chasing perfection even though you'll never reach it? And that's the beauty. That's kind of why we do what we do. I was kind of like, I've been going around asking people, like, why do you do what you do? Like, what's your why? And a lot of people don't know. Like, they say family, but as I just heard, motivation comes and goes. You got to have that, like, forever. Like, I'm chasing something so bigger than me, so much stronger than me, but will I reach it? Probably not, but I could come pretty close.
What's your why?
Greatness. I literally tell everyone I want to be great. Like, that's I love, like, I went and worked out with some top guys this year, and I couldn't appreciate them for the work, because, like, that's what greatness takes. Like, I'm not fearful of no one. I'm not fearful. I embrace if you're better than me. And it's crazy. I'm training with Myles Garrett, and this guy's jumping so high, and he's so fast. I'm like, this guy's more of a freak than I thought. And a lot of people might be intimidated by that, but I am like, and we was in the gym, and he did something, and I was like, I'm not there yet. Like, okay, like, you got it. Like, this is my first time doing this. Like, I'll be back next year. Like, you're going to see, and, that's just a part of it, bro. There's always going to be someone faster. There's always going to be someone stronger. But it's just the mindset.
Just like the kids at this camp, you'll come back better next year. What is the goal for 2025 in your NFL career?
Man, 2025, we put in a lot of good work this offseason. This is some of the best we ever felt. I would say my goals aren't like personal goals. Honestly, the goal is to just be the best. Like, it's really to show people who I am and what I'm capable of.
Congratulations on today, and best of luck this season.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Micah, you last year at camp you met a current Harrisburg player, Messiah Mickens. I think he's had a similar journey, transferring into Harrisburg, playing running back, linebacker like you, and going to Penn State. And you got to talk with him today. Messiah Mickens.
Oh yeah.
You got to talk with him more today and get some work in this morning. What do you see in Messiah?
Oh man, he wants it, bro. He really does. I'm really rooting for him. The only thing that I'm on him heavy. The only thing I want for him is just to push himself. And I know it's hard. Like, when you're the best, like, it's hard to really push yourself. But he got Lance here, and I just want him to embrace that. Embrace the people around you that's going to push you and make you better, and that's going to go a long way for him.
There aren't many high school players that get their numbers retired. You got to keep all those numbers open, right, with the roster sizes. What does it mean to you to get this number retired? Coach Cal just said it was almost more of a scheduling thing to make sure you were here for it. But just what are the emotions about what's going to happen in about an hour?
I mean, honestly, I think I'll probably get a little emotional. Mm-hmm. Just because, like, it's one thing to always, like, dream about these things, but when them dreams come true, I think it's another thing. It's I understand Penn State number 11 never getting retired.
Yeah.
Too many greats done been through it. Like, it gotta be maybe a tombstone for us. Like, but I'm just super happy that it's finally done, and Harrisburg's acknowledging my success, and they appreciate me as much as I appreciate them.
Is there a reason you picked number 23 when you were a kid? Do you remember why? Was it Jordan, LeBron?
Yeah, it was Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I'm a Jordan guy through and through.
Yeah.
You just mentioned Lance and what he's doing for some of the local kids here, and of course as the athletic director at Susquehanna Township. But what has he done for you as a player? You guys train together a lot.
Yeah, so Lance, man, I would say Lance has become a friend, a big brother, a person I can always rely on. But, like, not even just on the field stuff. Yeah, like, one thing I admire about Lance is I bring him around anyone. And not only do I bring him around other trainers, but he's always willing to learn and adapt and throw into our workouts and build into our workouts, which I truly appreciate. And then, one thing I always do for Lance is I help him out. Like, I'm like, yo, bring as many kids as you want to come work out. Like, let's show them how this thing's done. Because we always send videos to each other. And I'm like, they're not doing this right. So we just chase perfection together. And I think just as a big brother, I know even though we're close in age, and he's not that, he has a great impact on my life because he's come into my life, asked for nothing of me, just always wanted to help me grow, help me learn. And those type of people are always, I think, are kind of the best people because Lance never asks literally anything from me. Like, he would be like, yo, I'm going to book my own flight. Like, and at one point I got into my career where I was like, Lance, I could get you a flight, bro. Like, it's okay. But, like, still to this day, like, he never asked for anything. He's like, bro, I just want to come down. So I always show my appreciation. We go to games together, like just do random things that he think might be fun. But, I appreciate that guy to the moon and back.
Well, what can you say about Dante K? Now he's drafted. How happy for you when you saw he got drafted, and how was it like working out like this?
I was super happy for Ken, bro. He's coming through, and I think a lot of people saw his brother as kind of like, the one. But everyone always knew Lil Kent was always – he was always ferocious, bro. So working out with him today and tomorrow, he's going to be, yesterday and today, he's going to be really ready. I'm excited to see where he's at, and I kind of gave him some tips, especially as a 7th rounder. Got a lot to prove, but I think his hunger, his drive going to show why he's going to make that roster.
You kind of talk with him about has he talked with you about playing for Tom and how excited he is for that?
He ain't really talk about it, but I know, I like Tom is one of my favorite people in the world as a coach in that coach space. So, he's blessed to be with a guy like that. He really loves football.
I'm curious, not contract related, but you showed up to OTA's minicamp. Not everyone does that. Why was that so important to you to show up to the offseason program?
Because to me, I know God got my back. He took me this far. He's not ready to be done with me, and I see the strength and the will he keeps putting inside of me. So, to me, I'm not really fazed by anything. I'm going to just keep doing things the right way. And let everything play the cards how they're gonna be dealt. Like, things is gonna play out how they're meant to play out. I don't think there's anything you can do to change someone's mind. Things are gonna play out the way they're gonna play out. So, to me, I just try to do everything's right.
How has kind of this whole situation, has it affected you at all, or are you just kind of focused on the Cowboys?
I just worked harder. Like, to me, I look at it like if people don't see your value, you don't cry and lay up. Like, you just work harder. Like, you gotta show people your value. I just think that's the difference. I just work.
Do you feel like you edge rushers are going through that together right now? It's not just you, it's Hutchinson, it's Hendrickson, it's Watt. Is there almost a brethren of edge rushers right now that are kind of maybe we're not seeing our value and we're trying to get through it?
I think over a period every grouping did it. Wide receivers was last year. You kind of see the corners this year and last year. Everyone goes through it. I just think, when it is a lot of money, man. So it's just one of those things. We kind of know what it is. It's business at the end of the day.
But do you hear all the rumors around Hendrickson and Watt and Hutchinson and all signing? Does it feel like you guys are kind of staring at each other and be like, who's going to be the first one to go? And then that changes?
Nah, because they numbers got nothing to do with mine, and my numbers ain't nothing got to do with them. I'm younger. Hutchinson's coming off an injury. Everyone's circumstances is completely different. Hutch is coming off his 3rd year. Usually guys wait 4 years. So it just all depends why. He's up there with Miles. So, it's different. Everyone's circumstance is different. We're all different.
Do you think Miles' contract kind of changed the conversation around everything when he came in with $40 million after 36, I think? Did that change the whole landscape of this edge rusher market for you?
One more question.
Not really, because I was finna get mine no matter what. You know what I mean? The market's change every year. The salary cap went up like another 18% this year. So it really, like, if you want to know contracts, like all the contracts are based off of a percentage. Like each player, high-paid player, takes a percentage of the salary cap. So it's not really the number. It goes off by the salary cap.
Last question. I know back in April,
this will be the last
you had a kind of public, I don't know public, but Jerry Jones said he didn't know who David Mulligetta was. Has Jerry started talking with David, or is it just still with you in those negotiations?
I mean, I just stay out, let David handle all that, you know? And I mean, to be fair, I mean, Jerry's a businessman, you know what I mean? Let him handle his business. His son and another person usually handle contracts, so, you know, that type of thing wouldn't surprise me too much, to be honest.
Thanks, Micah.
Yeah.
Micah.
Thank you.